Greetings, salutations, y'all. So, different setup. We about to get real comfy and chill for a second because I wanted to talk. Yeah, so go ahead, grab you something to drink. I got the, what is this? This is the apple cider with the Jack. If you know me, you know I love Jack. If your granddaddy will drink it, so will I. Don't come for me. Nevertheless, I was talking to some of my coworkers the other day, and we were talking about how you teach people how to treat you, right? That's good. That's good shit. That's good shit. So, oftentimes, I feel like we encounter people and we accept the way that they treat us because we as people assume that that's how they treat everybody. Like, no, that's not okay. So, just because you treat somebody else that way doesn't mean I'm going to accept that. And I think that it's okay for us as people to start letting people know that, because you teach people how to treat you. What you accept from someone is going to be what they provide to you. So, if you want to be provided love and respect and to be treated as a dignified human being, then you need to teach those people in your life how to treat you as such. For example, I work in a call center, and very oftentimes people call into call centers and treat the customer service individual in a certain way, like they're supposed to service them, when in reality that's actually our job. We definitely are here to serve customers. However, that doesn't mean that you talk to those people any type of way. So I've begun to place a corrective tone in my voice. That way, you know that I don't appreciate you talking to me that way. And I'd like for you to speak to me in a dignified way. I want you to speak to me as if I am a dignified human being, because that's what I am. And so that translates over to life. If you're dealing with someone, ladies, if you're in a relationship, guys, if you're in a relationship, and most of all, the relationship you have with your family members, that means parents, brother, sister, cousin, auntie, nephew, whomever, you teach them how to treat you. I really want to touch on parents specifically, because for some reason I feel like parents, specifically parents of color, find it most appropriate to speak at you and not to you. And that's not okay. And so in your adultness, even in adolescence, I feel like it's appropriate for you to say, hey, parent, I do not receive your message well when you speak to me like this. If you could please deliver this message to me in a different way, I would more than gladly be more receptive to what you're saying. But the way you're speaking to me is making me feel less than a dignified human being, and I personally cannot receive what you're saying in a clear manner. Right? relationship wise. So when you say this to me in that way, this is what I hear. So maybe if we could change the way you're speaking, I would be able to understand why you feel this way. Most people feel like the way they explain things, people are going to understand. And maybe that's not the case. But when someone reaches out and says, excuse me, I don't understand when you do this or the way you teach this, I feel like it's your job as a person that wants to be understood to say, okay, I apologize. Please teach me the way in which you understand so I can better assist you in understanding what I'm trying to say. You teach people how to treat you. Dealing in a relationship, if you are one that requires things like, your door being open, or guys, if you want dinner done when you come home, or ladies, if you want your bath to be drawn when you come home from work, things like that, I feel like it's okay to begin to do those things for the other person. Some people learn by showing. So if you want those things done, if you get home before she does, and you've cooked dinner, you've purchased dinner, whatever the situation is, have it out so she can have it. She's like, oh, I really think that, this is a really great way to show that I appreciate you and that you appreciate people. And so, I just decided to, have dinner ready when you got home, and, that's something that will be like, oh, well, he or she, appreciates, when people do these things for them. So maybe I should try to do these things for them. If you want the indirect approach, so, ladies, if you like, oh, well, hey, babe, I cut, I ran you, a bath, I don't know if, you had a long day, but, I ran you a bath. I have a drink here for you, go sit down, relax, I'll cut the game on for you, or, whatever it is that you're into at the moment, cut that on. Like, if you want that indirect approach. Now, the Aries in me is a very direct person. So, sugarcoating isn't something that I was blessed with, and my mom is a Taurus. So, she ain't sugarcoat nothing. So, I'm the type of person like, hey, this is the way that I would like to be treated. These are some examples of how I feel, how these are some examples of things that you can do to assist me in feeling that way. Put that out there. You can take it or leave it. If you leave it, I'm leaving. But you can take it or leave. So I just really feel like we as people teach people how we want to be treated. And if you start accepting less than what you want, you're going to get less than what you want. So I think that it's always very beneficial to express that, to put that on the table. Because at the end of the day, everybody want to be treated a certain way. And just because you want to be treated one way doesn't mean somebody else wants to be treated that way. Just because you treat somebody that way doesn't mean that they want to be treated that way. Be kind. That's another topic. We can kind of stretch there if y'all want. But be kind. I'm so sick of y'all treating people nasty. I'll be on Twitter and I'll just be like, just out here just treating people like filth. Sit down somewhere. Stop. Why y'all so mean to each other? Oh, Jesus. Y'all mean as hell. I'd be like, I'm glad my friends ain't like this, because y'all out here dragging each other for fucking filth. Stop. That ain't cute. Out here being rude to people for no damn reason. We'll touch on that another time. That was just a slight message. But regardless, if you, even in friendships, if you want somebody to be considerate of your feelings, considerate of, what you want, what you're going through, it's very important to do that for the other person. If people don't begin to reciprocate that for you, it is your God-given right to protect your peace at all costs. So if that means you have to eliminate some people from your presence, then absolutely. That means mama, daddy, auntie, uncle, cousin, brother, nephew, sister, whomever can go at any point if they are disturbing your peace. If you feel like you are being drained, if you feel like you're being used, if you feel like you are being targeted, whatever the situation is, if you feel less than a dignified human being, then you need to remove yourself from that situation and place yourself in the comfort and the love of people who treat you the way that you want to be treated. And people who are receptive to learning the ways in which you want to be treated. It's your job to love you first and to teach people how to do so. Period. That ain't nobody else's job but your own. Now, as parents, you're supposed to teach your children how they're supposed to be treated. You're supposed to set that type of example, things of that nature. But as a grown-ass individual, we got to do better. Like, oh my God, I can't believe he keep treating me this way. I can't believe you keep accepting that. I can't believe my job is sitting here and mistreating me and treating me this way. I can't believe you still accepting that. I can't believe my mother's still sitting here talking to me like this because you're still accepting it. It's all about acceptance. Stores don't accept payments from cards that they don't want. Why? Because they don't want to. People discriminate against, what's that one company? No shade, no tea. But American Express. Some places don't take American Express cards because they don't damn want to. And that's their damn right. And as your right as a person, you don't have to accept anything you don't want to accept. So stop accepting it. That's all. At the end of the day, that's all you got to do. Be like, you know what? I no longer want you in my presence. I no longer feel like you respect me as a dignified human being. And so therefore, I'm going to have to remove myself from your presence. And I wish you the very best of luck in all of your life endeavors. Be blessed. And go. Or you ain't even got to say nothing. Just leave. Whatever works best for you. But you're teaching people how to treat you every day. So be mindful of what you're accepting. And the examples you're setting for people that are around you. Because if you accept it from somebody else might feel like they can provide that for you too. And if you don't want it, you got people auditioning for parts that ain't even open. Or that ain't even in the damn play. Nevertheless, I just wanted to come on and share that with y'all. I'm about to continue watching my show. I just felt like coming in and saying a little something to y'all today. I was supposed to film like last week, but this week has been just a hot mess, and last week was also a hot mess. It's just been a hot mess. November is always rough. It's holiday season. Everybody want to cut up and act a fool. Nevertheless, I love you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I'm over here. I've learned how to start and stop my camera with my watch. So now I'm over here trying to be all, technical and whatnot. So I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Stay great. Be blessed. Remember, nobody is better at you than you are. I'll talk to y'all later.